So let me tell you the truth. I feel like crap. And it is. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 11:16 p.m.
11:16 p.m. I am literally on here to be faithful to the promise that I made, which was, oh gosh, ugh. To be faithful to the promise that I made that I would be here every day, except for one per week. Um, my daughter and I have been sharing germs, and there has been some sort of bug going around her school, which I seem to have acquired a small taste of. So that's fun. Um, and by fun, I mean crappy. So I'm going to take this man voice and use the bass it's giving me to finish these squats. I'm trying to just get through this thing. So let's get into them. So how you doing? How you feeling? How's it going? Hopefully well. Um, for this go around, I'm really just trying to get the squats in. I am not doing a particular amount of squats. I am just coming on to be faithful. And I'm going to stay on until my body says, you've done the squats. Which, let me tell you, was like from the second that I took the first squat, feeling like that's it. But we did a nice full weekend of activities. I didn't do my cardio today. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And it's going to be light cardio too because I feel like crap. And under any other circumstances, I probably wouldn't so-called push through it. But I'm trying to think of it in terms of being faithful to myself and a promise that I make that makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something that is meaningful to me. Or in other words, I'm doing it because it feels right, not because it feels good. And I will absolutely stop doing it the moment it doesn't feel right because it already doesn't feel good. My daughter is breathing heavily and doing this underneath me. So if I look like I'm passing out, it is because she is making me laugh on top of how I feel. We're at 36. So, yeah, I'm doing it because, again, it feels right, not because it feels good. And I will absolutely give up the ghost and let this thing find its own pick on somebody its own size. I can't even talk. I'll let this thing pick on somebody its own size on another day when I feel up to it and like I can, you know, stand up to the challenge. But today I really don't feel like I am the challenger who's gonna take this thing home. And we did 500 squats yesterday, so we really pushed the boundaries of what my body was willing to do anyway. And I did a full set of cardio last week as opposed to the 3 exercises a week. I did 4, which is on the higher end of the number of days I will do that. So it's really been a challenge for me stacking these habits. And it's usually right when I start to really feel like, oh, I'm getting into the swing of things, that things kind of come and knock the stuff right out of me. But it's just a reminder to me that I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. It feels right again. And the moment that it stops feeling right, I don't have to do it. And I think giving myself that leeway, I think giving myself that leeway has given me permission to actually stick to this more stringently than I would have if I was like, oh, I don't feel like it. We're at 84. Because obviously I would never feel like it on days like this. And I don't see it as a zero excuses situation. It's just I recognize that in the space where it feels right or it doesn't feel right, this still feels right. If I was sick or if I was laid out more, and I might be tomorrow, I would not be doing this. And let me tell you, if I'm showing up tomorrow and I still feel the same way as I do today, I'm not doing more than what I'm doing right now, right? I might show up and do the most I can do in that moment. We're at 103. But it's just not going to be something where I push myself beyond what I'm capable of doing. With that said, oh, we are at 110. I'm going to cop a squat. Probably be the shortest video of this sort that I do with you all. Here's our little clicker. 110 for today. And I'll tell you, even though I really don't feel like it, you know, I don't feel like anything is breaking. I don't feel like I pushed myself beyond my limit. I just feel like I've put myself in a position to perform. And I'm really trying to see my life in those terms, right? How am I putting myself in a position to perform? And I might speak more about that. I know I owe you all a voiceover. That I absolutely could not do today. There was a 2-hour delay at school. I told you how I'm feeling already, and work has been very intense, so there was not time to make that voiceover, edit it, and then post it. So you'll be seeing it tomorrow. Don't worry, it'll show. But yeah, so that had to take a back seat. But maybe I will talk about putting yourself in the position to perform tomorrow. I'll write it down so that we can hold on to that idea in case it's of important interest to you. But yeah, that's really all I'm doing here. I think it's very easy for us to get into like a diet mindset, right? I have to do this. This is the requirement. I have to burn this many calories. I have to reduce this many calories from my diet, whatever it is. And that's far from what we're doing here, at least in this space. When we come together as postpartum people, as we are figuring out who we are, how we want to be, how we want to show up in the world, who we want to be for our children, but more importantly for ourselves, who we want to be in our partnerships, but again, sincerely who we want to be. And we go through this developmental phase, which postpartum sincerely is for the people who are going through it. I think we'll be giving ourselves the greatest gift by saying, this is who I want to be. This is how I want to be. And this is what I am willing to do to be that way. For me, being more faithful to myself and showing up for myself feels right. And if I had just come on to say, I feel like crap and I'm going to do a symbolic squat because I'm able to be online and I'm not sick and I'm whole in my body, like I just don't feel well, I would do that. But it's about feeling like I'm in alignment with what I define integrity to be for me, not what it's going to do for my body and how it's going to look. Although I know it's also going to make my body look amazing because I'm choosing to do that. And I'm choosing to prioritize that. But it's not something that's being forced upon me. It's not something that's being foisted upon me. It's not taking me back to another way that I used to be. And in fact, it's giving me the opportunity to see versions of myself that I haven't really been able to like imagine, I guess, right? Because I'm actually doing all of these different steps together at the same time. And I've got the, I don't know, amazing biological boost of being a breastfeeder. So, you know, I'm burning an extra maybe 500 calories a day, and I'm getting in some exercise. I am able to move my body in these really unique ways that is just kickstarting and jump-starting my metabolism in ways that I've never been able to before. So this process is really just putting me in a position to perform well, and in a way that I have never been able to perform. And I say that as a person who's been an athlete many times over. So, yeah. I guess that's my message for today in these beautiful squats. I hope that wherever you are and however you are, that you are happy, healthy, and whole. If you are able to, allow someone to take care of you. And if you're not, I hope you take the time to take care of yourself because you are worthy. Hey. I got a tiny human right next to me, so I think that's my cue. I will see you real soon in the next video, but for now, I love you and good night.